Hey, hey.
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, am I
Hi.
loud as hell?
Yeah, all right.
Oh, right. Is that loud, all right? Is that not
That's
so
good.
loud?
That's good.
Cool. Okay. Thanks for hanging on then.
No worries. So, what's the dog?
It's
Is it
uh,
your dog?
it's my dog. Well, it's our dog. It's our dog. It's a family dog. Half
Eh,
half husky, half pug.
Hang on. How's that work?
A horny pug and a sleeping husky, I think.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, but it wasn't on purpose. It's not like a designer breed, although she was very cute.
Is she size of a pug, looks like a husky, or
Kind of halfway between. Halfway between. If she comes up, I will point her out to you.
perfect?
Yes.
Perfect. Welcome to Your Life in Film. I'm your host, Ted Bennett. Joining me today is Joe Odber. Joe is co-host of the film podcast Caliber 9 from Outer Space. I've been a guest on their pod a few times and have always enjoyed myself.
You have, I can tell.
Yes.
Yes. How you doing?
I'm doing
Good
good.
to see you, Ted. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me on.
that's okay. It's been I when I first started the idea of doing a podcast,
Hmm.
I was actually quite wary of telling you and Rob because I was like, oh, they've had me on theirs, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I'm gonna do one,
I'll do
and I was
that.
like,
That looks easy.
if these chumps can do it, this
Yeah.
one can too.
Yeah.
Um, it was actually, when we did the bonus episode for the Butcher.
Butcher the Texas Psycho from
Psycho
Texas.
Texas, whatever that one is.
Yeah.
When I realized that like Robert, we'd recorded it, Robert edited it, and then he had posted it sort of like 2 days later, I was
Hmm.
like, oh, okay. Like in my head, there's so much forethought, planning, and getting it all right.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like there is a world where you can just create and
Yeah.
publish.
And
There's
he does
also,
more production than a lot, to be honest. I
yeah.
mean, you can just put out, no edits, the whole damn shebang.
Someone did ask me that on this. They're like, "Are you editing this?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course I am." Like, because the amount of ums and ahs I'm going to be like throwing out there, I definitely want them to cut out so I don't sound like a fool.
Yeah, that's it. So there's a balancing act. I never edit it, but I do enough editing in my job, so
That's fair. I
yeah.
think that's another thing. As a film editor, I currently don't have anything to edit. So it's like, oh, how about 2 or 3 hour long audios? It's like, yeah, go on then. I'll edit that. Yeah, that'll be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. That'll keep
Just
me
get the
sharp.
sounds right. Yeah, keep me sharp
Yeah,
in Audacity. Um, so yes, so thank you for coming on.
that's all
Um,
right.
I obviously only know the films that you have mentioned on your podcast, so
Mhm.
it will be interesting to see, the journey you took to get to these films.
What went wrong?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, what was the first film you saw at the cinema?
I think, and I can't remember this, but I was told it was Snow White, not in its original release, I hasten to add, but when it was re-released in the very early 80s. But the first one I remember seeing, and I have a vivid memory, is Return of the Jedi. And it may have been actually in when they showed all three in a row when they released Jedi.
Okay.
And I have such a memory of hiding behind the cinema seat when the Emperor was, ripping out the lightning at the end.
Mm.
Um, yeah, so that was a powerful memory. That's definitely the first film I remember seeing in the cinema, and it was
Seeing
a
that
it was a good one.
it is a good one to see at the cinema. I think it's the perfect age to see that film at the cinema as well. It's, but that bit with the skeleton when he's like electrocuting him and you see like Vader's sort of like white phantomy thing inside, you're like, oh,
Mm,
that's a bit much.
yeah, yeah, wasn't I was expecting that? No,
Was not
very odd.
expecting that. And
Yeah,
had you
what age would I
seen
have been? I don't know. Was it when is it? 83,
uh,
82? I must have been like 5 or 6 then. So yeah, and I definitely seen Star Wars. I
mm,
know that because we had that. That was taped off the telly. So we had that on, not even VHS, V2000.
ooh.
So I'd watched that. I definitely had Empire as well on tape. I must have done. But if I hadn't, I'm pretty sure I saw them all at the cinema in a row at the age of 5 or 6.
That's pretty good. I remember
Yeah.
when they re-released them in the late 90s. I watched Star Wars, but I didn't see Empire or Jedi until we got like the the gold box set trilogy of them all, but they were all the special edition versions. So the first time
Yeah.
I saw Empire: Return of the Jedi was at home, and it was because I was excited for Phantom Menace.
Yeah, God, imagine. Remember that? Yeah. I went to see it twice in the cinema 2 days in a row.
Phantom
Because
Menace.
yeah, because the first time I was saying, what? I need to see that again. What? What was that? And I watched it. Oh, right. It's just shit. Okay.
I mean, Force Awakens. First time I watched it, I was just sat there like steepled fingers, just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know if I like this. And then I was like, I'm gonna have to go again. And then I watched it again. And I was like, right, I didn't like this. That's fair
Okay, yeah.
enough.
Yeah, you have to have a couple of times to let it sink
Well,
in.
I definitely rewatch films I don't like more
Hmm.
because the amount of times I've watched a film I don't like, and then someone's like, "You didn't like that," and I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa! All right, let me watch it again and see what I think." And then I watch it again,
Yeah.
and I'm like, "No, I'm right. That was shit."
I have a friend that every year or so, or every 6 months sometimes, will rewatch the Avengers to see if it gets any better. Just to clarify, not the superhero Avengers,
Right.
the
When you
Ray
said that,
Fiennes
that's
one.
exactly where my brain went.
Oh yeah, that's what you assumed. The Uma
I,
Thurman, Ray Fiennes, Sean Connery one.
I was about to make a joke and be like, the Uma Thurman one, yeah?
Yeah. Every time he watched it, he's thinking, it must get better at some point.
It, I remember watching it when it came out. We got the video. I think my brother wanted to watch it and I didn't really care. And I was like, yeah, go on then, what's this? And I felt so indifferent to it when we watched it that now as an adult, I'd be like, oh, I could watch that again. But no one's talking about it. There's not even like a clip of it on YouTube, just sort of like doing the rounds as like one of those films that you saw when you were younger. And it's never made it onto any watch list. But
Oh,
I'll
not
have to
even
go
a
back.
what the hell were they thinking podcast or something?
Maybe
Maybe
I
it
know there's
is. I don't
probably
know.
definitely
Yeah.
those around knocking around, sort of telling us you should never have watched the Avengers.
I still haven't seen it, so it's there. It's there for me to discover.
God. And you said you had the first two Star Wars on um, not VHS, on
V2000, which was a
V2000s.
a lovely system where you could turn over the tape and have so you can it was like an audio cassette
That's
really, and
such bonkers.
you could record hours of telly. So, but yeah, it was one of these that had the adverts in, and it was cut.
Though, can I say, finding those old videos that I've recorded off the telly
Oh
and
yeah,
then watching the old ads, I am like, ooh, I
there
like
you
these old
go.
ads. You proper old ads.
Total Proustian hit going on there. Like, oh my god, I remember every word to this jingle.
I watched there was a 90s kids TV compilation on YouTube, and I was just like, I'm just going to put this on. I don't really care what it is, I'm just going to put it on. And it had, is it not Funhouse? It was the one that was Neil Buchanan, where
Yeah,
kids had to go into a room and like mess it up trying to find a specific item. I think it might have
yeah.
been,
Was that not a fun house?
was that Funhouse? No, what was there was the Pat Sharp.
Buchanan, Pat
Pat,
Sharp, not Pat.
that
Is he a
was
tennis player? No, it's Pat Cash.
It was the
Pat
Neil
Sharp.
Buchanan was the
Is it
same guy that
Art
did
Attack?
was Art Attack. Whoever did Art Attack, which I
Right.
think was Neil Buchanan, who's now in a metal band.
Is he? Okay.
He is. Um, maybe that was Funhouse. I don't know. Your house. I don't know. Either way, because we're watching it, and then I was like, oh yeah, I love that show. Ah, but I always missed it. I never got it. Like I remember just like always desperately wanting to watch it, and then YouTube just has hours of it. And I was
Oh
like,
God,
oh,
yeah.
I'm going to watch some. And I think we got probably the first episode in before I was like, that's enough.
That's fine.
I don't need to rewatch any of this.
My kid is 6, and people, older people think, you watch. I love the shows of our youth. You go back and watch them. They're shit.
Dog
Kids
shit.
TV today, fucking amazing.
Bluey
Not
is
not. I
no?
do like Bluey, but he's a bit old for Bluey. What does he
Okay.
watch? Bloody hell, Adventure Time. He's tanning at the moment. That's amazing. If you
It,
haven't seen that.
Adventure Time, like Adventure Time is something that I always assume it's for 20-year-olds. You know what I mean? It just feels like it's got adult comedy, but it
Oh, it's
doesn't.
definitely, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's for kids.
Have
Yeah.
you done the thing where you have to find the snail?
I think James has talked about that because he watches a lot of YouTube.
in
So he
every
did
episode
say about
apart
a
from
snail.
two.
Right.
There's a very
Ah,
small
okay.
snail.
I thought he was just talking shit.
No,
Okay,
I
that's
mean he
interesting.
probably is as well.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
yeah.
But we were watching it, and every time I'd see it, I'd be like, "Snail," and Kirsty would be like, "Cool, I'm watching the show." So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you mean. The
Mhm.
kids' TV with the old nostalgia, remember berries going on. I remember the Ghostbuster cartoon thinking that was absolutely dope, and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon thinking that was absolutely dope.
Yep, yep.
And then putting those on recently, just like oh yeah, go on, then I'll see what
Oh,
they're like. And it was like, oh God, I feel bad for my
ooh,
parents having to sit through this in the
yeah.
background for hours on end.
I stuck on for my kid Transformers the movie recently. No, it's not really aged well that either.
No.
No, no.
Especially as like animation nowadays is
Mhm.
spectacular.
Yeah,
So when you're like, this was almost the peak of animation in my day, and it's like this is slow and clunky and shit. And it's like,
yeah.
but this is the best we had. Whereas
The
now it's
animation isn't
like,
so bad. It's like the plot and stuff. Like, I mean, one of my first memories of telly was watching Battle of the Planets, which was based on proper, I can't remember what it's called, but a proper anime.
mm,
And that's beautiful. But I'd have to watch again to see if the animation holds up. It certainly is still easy to see, but I haven't actually watched it moving for a while. So maybe it's terrible.
maybe. I was really annoyed because they did a Akira 4K, and I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to get that. We're going to watch it.
Right.
And then me and Charlie watched it on his cinema, and I was like, this is
Mm.
spectacular. But then I'd remembered, like, this isn't as good as I remember, though. Like, I saw a YouTube of it, and what I had seen had someone had upscaled the 4K of it and then added additional elements. So
Oh,
when the lights were, doing the light trails,
yeah.
they had actually replaced those with digital assets instead of. So it looked far more natural and there was no grain to it whatsoever. And I was like, oh, well, that looks amazing. And I was like,
Oh, wow.
that's what I wanted. And then I spent so long trying to find that video. Gone.
Out there, and it's been wiped.
Yeah. The internet was like, nah, can't have that. Can't have any enjoyment.
That's us coming back to Star Wars again and unspecializing editioning it.
My
Yeah.
father-in-law sent me, was it like the 1977 project or whatever, where it's the full original scan 4K from so many different prints of Star Wars,
Right.
completely despecialized. And he sent me it on like a USB stick, and it was like, I don't know, 40, 50 gig. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'll watch that. I'm not going to watch it.
Why not?
It's
Because
just,
is that not a lot of 40 gig? Is that quite great? Is that going to be?
no, I'm sure it's not that. It's just more that it's like, I don't think I could sit through the first Star Wars again.
Really?
Yeah.
I still think it holds up. Have you seen it too many times? Well, really?
I think I've seen it too many times.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
I'd like to think that that's what it is. And the fatigue of Star Wars in general has made me
True.
less like, I don't know, less sort of forgiving of
Hmm.
Star Wars. But
They've burned through all that goodwill, haven't they?
oh, they bloody have. The
Yeah.
fact that like Mandalorian and Grogu things out, and I'm like, is this fan made? This doesn't look real. Like, what are you doing? But
Yeah, I
hey,
can't even be bothered watching the second series of Andor, and I like the first one, but it's like, it's too much.
yeah, the same. Someone said to me, like, have you watched the second series of Andor yet? And I was like, no, and I'm probably
No.
not going to because I've seen enough.
There's other things to watch which aren't Star Wars, which I think is baffling to a lot of nerds.
I think a lot of nerds don't agree with that statement.
No. No.
and and also there's that weird thing with Star Wars fans where they're like, well, I have to watch all of it and complain about all of it. And it's like, you don't go watch any of it.
Yeah,
You can just
exactly.
watch the shit you like and just
It's
stop
nice so
watching.
much that it's very, very possible to not bother watching it.
Mm.
Yeah. Back in the day, you only had 3 films and you had to watch them all
And then
multiple
there was,
times.
if you wanted, there was the Christmas special or the Ewoks movie, but you didn't
Yeah.
watch them. You didn't
Or there
have
was
to.
I don't know if you remember this, the Droids cartoon, and there
Yes,
was an Ewoks cartoon as
there
well,
was.
which was a bit shit. They were both shits, but that was a little shitter. Yeah.
And that's the thing. You don't got to watch them.
No.
But that does lead me on to my next question.
Right.
As a kid, what did you watch over and over again?
Star Wars was there,
Okay.
definitely. Superman, I also had on
The
that old
Donna.
V2000. The Donner,
Nice.
yes, yes. Wizard of Oz was one I possibly watched more, though. I really
Interesting.
liked The Wizard of Oz. Loved it. Still do,
Yeah, I
actually,
mean,
whenever it's
did
on. It's
you
still great.
see they when they did the was it the 70-year anniversary they released it at the IMAX?
No, I've never seen an
Oh.
IMAX film. I live in Aberdeen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so sad
Just
for
for
you.
you, just for you English lot.
Is there not a single IMAX in Scotland?
I don't. I think there might be one in Glasgow. Yeah, there is one in Glasgow. Yeah,
Um, Odeon have iSense, which is their version of IMAX.
right. Okay.
So, and Cineworlds have IMAX now.
Oh well, not my Cineworld. My Cineworld's got the one where they shake your seat and spit at you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw Sonic 3 or
Oh,
2, whichever one it was
Jesus.
recently in that. And my buddy was like, "Why the fuck have you booked this?" And I
Yeah,
was
it's
like,
horrible. I
"Oh, it could
hate
be
it.
fun." And it wasn't.
No, it's
And
not fun.
there was
No.
no one else on our row. It was just me and my buddy. And we were like, I didn't realize that the seats were in a four. And if you're
Hmm.
on these two and there's no one counterweighting on that side, you just get
Boom.
fucking thrown. And
Yeah.
like, we were sat there watching it, and he just turned at one point, and I was like getting thrown out of the seat and then slammed back in. And then just as I was like, water just sprayed in my face, and I was like, "Duh!" It was the worst.
Oh, it's awful. And they make smells as well, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, the first one I saw, I got free tickets, thank God. Justice League, if you remember that. Piece of
Mm,
shit. Oh, Jesus.
that was bad.
That was a slog. Oh,
Oh,
and
so
what
what
do they call it?
smells?
4D? Is it 4D?
Yeah, it's 4DX, which doesn't make sense
Yes.
because 4D is time. The fourth dimension
Okay,
is
yeah.
time,
Well,
not
maybe the fourth dimension is being uncomfortable. Yeah.
maybe. Um, but yeah, going back to Wizard of Oz, I saw it at the IMAX, and they had like
Oh,
cleaned
right.
it up, and it was beautiful, and I was very impressed by it. And
Yeah. Oh,
that's a
nice.
film that when I was a kid, if that was on, or like uh, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I'd
Mm,
be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna have fun." But also, there's that weird thing of being a kid of like, I don't want to admit I like this, but
right.
as an adult, I got no fears. It's great fun.
Good. Good. Excellent. Nice. Yeah, I do remember when it goes from black and white to color being
Mm.
quite blown away by that. But again, how many of these memories are implanted? Who knows?
Who knows? Did you ever see The Return to Oz?
Yeah, yeah, big fan of that one as well, actually. I went to
So
see that in the cinema, actually. Um, a very empty cinema. Um, and but the people that were there were traumatized for life. So
yeah,
that was nice. Yeah, love
I'd
that
never
one.
heard of this film until
Oh, really? Oh,
Colin was on, and he mentioned that that was one of the films he watched to death as a kid. And I was like, I don't know what this is. I've never heard of it. This sounds bonkers. And from his description, I assumed it was an adult, like not an adult film, but
mm,
like I assumed like it was Fruza Balk sort of in her 20s. And
no,
it was, I was just from what he was explaining, I was like, oh, this is one of those like twisted reimaginings, whatever. Whatever. And then I watched it and I was like, whoa, 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 she's a kid in it.
yeah,
And
she's like 18 or something like that.
and
You know,
Kirsty was
it's
like, yeah, yeah, it's a Disney film, Ted. And I was like, whoa, 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 what the fuck is going on? And then I was watching it, I was like, this is bonkers. I don't
yeah.
understand how this got made. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one a lot, actually.
so
Mm.
what was it about obviously Star Wars, but Wizard of Oz and things that you kept going back to as a kid?
But a large part of it was I didn't have that many films. This was like the early 80s. You've got like 5 films on your tape that you can watch again and again, and you did. And that's what I did most of the time. I didn't have a huge choice, to be honest, you know. But I loved them all, and I think they all kind of stand up. So yeah, I don't remember having any dog shit back when I was a young kid, anyway. But after that, what films did I really love and replay? Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I remember watching at a friend's house at a party. I think I must have seen some of the other John Hughes one, but this was like, okay, this is something special. I watched that a lot. I watched Blues Brothers a lot,
Yeah.
especially for the music. I love the
Yes.
music.
And the Steven Spielberg cameo at the end.
Is Steven Spielberg in it at the end?
He's the clerk who is on his break having the
Oh,
sandwich.
oh, I didn't even know that. It's
I,
been a
I,
while since I've seen it because when last time I watched it, I went, yeah, this isn't great, to be honest. It's
How
got
dare
good
you?
bits.
It's great fun. I love that film.
It's definitely worth watching. I'll definitely watch it again.
It is definitely worth watching. I used to work for a rock radio station,
Mm,
and my producer also was the producer for a blues show, and he had never
right.
seen it. And
Oh,
I was always like, "How are you producing a blues channel on a radio station and you've never seen the Blues Brothers?" And I was the film journalist, so he was like, "Well, why don't we talk about it on the next thing?" I was like, "No, like
why not?
just go fucking watch it, man. Like, this doesn't have to be content. Just watch it. It's good."
Did he ever watch it?
I don't know.
Wow.
He never told me if he did.
Maybe he accidentally watched Blues Brothers 2000.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I haven't seen that.
I've never seen that. Even as a kid, I saw the trailer for it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I had seen Blues Brothers before then. And there were certain films that my mum and dad let me watch when I was
Hmm.
too young or younger, but they were always heavily vetted. And Blues Brothers was one where they were like, "It's fine, you can watch Blues Brothers. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's okay.
That's
No
fine."
tits, so you're all right,
No
pretty
tits.
much.
Like,
The odd fuck, but not.
yeah, you're gonna look pretty funny eating corn on the cob with no fucking teeth is like one of the things that we laugh the heaviest in our family.
Yes.
But
Who's that? Is that Charles Napier saying that?
it is.
Is it? Oh, I can imagine. Yeah, I
You're
don't
gonna
see
look
this
pretty
kind of.
funny eating corn on the cob with no fucking teeth. It's great. I love that line. Um, so yeah, Blues Brothers was definitely one that I can happily rewatch. As
Yeah.
a kid, I saw it too young. Oh, that was what I was saying. As a kid, I watched it too young. Uh, and then when the trailer for 2000 came out, I was like, I don't know what this is. This isn't Blues Brothers. I'm not interested. So it didn't even capture me, and I was the target audience.
True. Yeah. Yeah. By that time, I was probably a bit old anyway. But yeah, when I was a kid, I loved it. And then a bit later on, again, it's the 80s. It's the 80s you're talking about. So I watched, I did love an 80s comedy, License to Drive. I don't know if that's ever been rediscovered. This is a Corey film. This has got
Okay.
Feldman and Haim. And it's hard to imagine just how cool these motherfuckers were in the 80s. Lost Boys as well. I used
Sure.
to watch Lost Boys a lot. License to Drive was a really good one as well. It's also got Carol Kane in it as well
Oh,
as the
really?
heavily pregnant mum. Yeah. And Heather Graham as the love interest as well. So again, it's probably not great to watch it now. I haven't seen it probably this century.
Thing is, things like I watch Weekend at Bernie's,
Mm,
and that does not that like
no.
now it's sort of like 80s hijinks movies.
Yeah.
Unless you are also off your nut and coke or a teenager, these aren't very good.
No, no. One I did watch, and I watched it again recently, and was pleasantly surprised by how much I liked it. Was The Great Outdoors with
Oh,
John
good.
Candy
Good.
and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
Uh, that's weirdly Annette Bening's first film.
That that doesn't make sense to me.
I know, because
How?
she was a stage actress.
Oh,
Yeah.
that is bonkers that would be her
Hmm.
first film.
Yeah. I
It's a good film though.
mean, I
do
think
like
she
that.
hit the ground running after that
Yeah,
quite
yeah.
quickly.
Yeah. She did all
But
right for
that
herself.
one, Dan Aykroyd's really funny in that film,
Yes.
especially. Yeah. It's
And
not a great film, but I enjoyed it.
oh, see, again, as a kid, it was one of the ones that we watched a lot.
Yeah.
And I only knew Dan Aykroyd from Blues Brothers, Ghostbusters, and this,
Yeah.
and Great
Yeah.
Outdoors. So to me, it was like, hey, this Dan Aykroyd, he doesn't miss. And then,
Yes. I remember seeing Nothing But Trouble at the cinema. Again, an empty cinema. I used to go every week to the cinema by myself. I used to love it. I still love going to the cinema by myself.
oh, it's one of the best. You're not talking to anyone during the film, so go
Yeah.
to your cinema on your own.
Exactly.
Cinema on your own is the best.
Yeah.
I think I think I worked as a cinema projectionist for years. I was a film journalist for years. I'm so used to going to the cinema on my own that I no longer consider it an oddity. It's sort of like, oh, that film's out. I'm going to go see it. And someone's like, on your own? It's like, yeah, I want to see it. Like, do you
Yeah.
want to come with me? They're like, oh, maybe not in the middle of the day on a weekday, and I'm like, that's the
Best
best
fucking time
time.
to see it.
Dead
Yeah.
as shit in there. You can sit wherever you want.
Feet up right at the front. It's brilliant. I hate it when
Ugh.
there's other people at the cinema.
I don't understand anyone who's at the cinema doing anything other than watching. When you see people at the cinema on their phones or just grazing incessantly on food and making noise or
Oh.
talking, you're just like, this is clearly too much for you. Go home. Like
Yeah.
I
I
can't do
kind of
it.
resent going with my family and they want to get popcorn and stuff like that. I said, what are you? What is this, amateur hour? You
Genuinely,
don't get popcorn. You know, buy something, sneak it in if you want. But don't buy food there.
you're a fool. You're a fool for doing it. I'll give you a bottle of water. If you want to get a bottle of water, sure. You didn't realize you were going to be as parched. You didn't know how
Okay.
hot it was. I'll give you a bottle of water.
Yeah,
But anything else, come
exactly.
on.
Yeah.
I can't. I can't tolerate it. What was the first 18 rated film you saw, and how old were you when you saw it?
Oh, again, I don't remember. It was growing up in the 80s was a time of Arnie films. So it could have been one of them. Although, you know what I think it was? We went on holiday once to the south of France, and for some reason, I think because my mum drove, my dad didn't, and it was a nightmare for her, that we got a coach down to some resort in the south of
Ooh.
France. And I have the memory that they only had one film on this bus that they used to play for the families again and again and again. It was, of course, Fort Apache the Bronx, starring Paul Newman, which
Of course it was.
I'm trying to find. In the home release, it is an 18, so I'm assuming this was an 18 rated version. It's the same film, but I think in the cinemas originally it was a 15, but then when it went to video, it was an 18, which
But
seems a bit harsh.
did they not do a cut down version? Because like planes used to do it. Planes would have you could have a
No, this wasn't
no,
that kind of operation. This was just a guy who had
someone
this
had a tape,
VHS on
bushed
his
it in.
bus, pushed it in, rewound it, played it again so you could watch Pam Grier as a prostitute taking the razor blade out of her mouth and, in my memory at least, slash up the scrotums of John's.
Mm.
Oh, here we go. There's the dog. She's got
Hello.
her donut on so she doesn't scratch her stitches.
Smart. I see
Ellie.
that's real. Hello. That is real pug, but the tail. Oh, that's a wonderful combination.
I getting licked here. Right.
Yeah, I had to close the door, otherwise the cat and the dog will both just constantly be in here.
Cat's already in here. I was woken up by the smaller cat at 2 a.m. going fucking mental for no reason.
Best thing a cat can do. So yes. So
Fort Apache the Bronx, yes. And it's a film I haven't seen since. Let me just get this dog out. She can't get out now because there's a stupid donut on her head. That was just a really grim, really adult feeling film. And looking back, I do not think she slashed up the scrotums of anyone with that razor blade. I think she slit their throats.
but we can imagine.
Yeah, exactly. I knew what they were really thinking
Yeah.
about, even then. So
But
there was
were you
that.
the only kids on that bus?
No, it was packed with kids.
Excellent. I love the 80s and 90s, man. They didn't give a shit.
I must have been, I was trying to figure out 10 or 11. So not actually that young. I can't remember if I saw an 18 before that either. I think I must have done it. And it would have been an action film because parents, when we were growing up, it was very much violence. They didn't really give a fuck about. Tits and swearing. That's really what they were
100%.
on the lookout for. So I am sure I saw horror films. I think the first horror film I remember seeing is Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2.
Okay.
Which again, people hate, but I've got fond memories of that. I think from seeing that at a young age, and then quite soon after that, I saw Part 3, and that was amazing. That blew me away. That was quite an important film from my childhood to see. That bit when John Saxon's trying to dig up the bones of Freddy, and it comes to life, and Ray Harryhauses him. Oh, so good.
I think 3 might be my favorite of them. Even to the point where I prefer it to the first one. I think the first one is not too serious, but it's
not as fun.
It's not as fun. And
Yeah.
I think Freddy needs to be fun. Halloween needs to be serious. Jason needs to be rides that line. It can be a bit silly, but it needs to verge towards serious.
Yeah.
Whereas Freddy, I think that one needs to be balls to the wall. Let's go crazy.
Yeah. It needs to be. You definitely want a bit of nastiness in there, but it's primarily, it's fun. It should be fun.
Should be fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Would you let your kids watch those films now?
I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I don't. You'd have to ask his mum.
She does all the administration.
I've
I'm not gonna...
I tried to get him to watch The Thing this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did stop after the bit with the dog in the kennel, but he is keen to
Yeah.
pick it up again and try again. But I do think it's kind of a different world. Your kids get so media savvy so quickly because they've got
Mm.
access to YouTube. They're watching all this creepy pasta stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Some
and
weird
it's
shit.
stuff that you think, but back rooms and stuff like that. They're all versed in this. They know it's all fake.
But the difference
So
of knowing
yeah,
it's fake and knowing it's fake at 2 in the morning when you've woken up and a shadow in your bedroom moves. You know what I
true.
mean? Like, I'm a grown adult for the listener,
Hmm.
and we had a mini earthquake here like years ago, and it sounded like someone ran down the corridor in my house, and I was in my office, and I was the only one in the house,
Yeah.
and I instantly terrified, picked up a BB gun and went full, you know, license to kill on this bitch.
Yeah.
And then like very gingerly opened the door and then had to remind myself like you're an adult and it's the middle of the day. There is definitely if there's anyone in your house, it's an intruder. It's not a ghost. So don't worry about it. And
Well,
I was
I think
like,
your mind immediately went to intruder. Otherwise, why have you got the BB gun? Unless it
good
was
point.
packed with silver bullets or something.
Well, I keep mine packed with silver bullets,
Yeah,
silver BBs.
true. Just in case,
You know the ones that you get in the shop
because they
that go
work
on
on burglars as
cakes?
well. Yeah, they don't like that. No way.
I agree with that thing about 18 rated films and like parents. I think that I remember during Terminator 2, like my parents rented it, and the bit
Hmm.
where Arnie takes the flesh off of his exoskeleton, like as
Yeah,
soon as he put the knife into his skin, my mum was like, "Oh, look away, boys,"
yeah,
and that was it. Like she didn't guard to see that you actually did. It was just look away, and
yeah.
then went on with it. Um, but what would you say was the first film you considered grown up?
Ken, I think this is a hard question. If you grew up in a time when you had four channels and that was it, and a few films there, because you watch whatever your folks were watching.
True.
Um, and with films in the 80s, and I think this is gone now culturally. The war, the aftermath of the war, was still everywhere in British culture, and it was like war films, and you played with fucking. Oh, sorry, she got out. Here's on coming in, and then can't get out because the donut's blocking the door. So a lot of war films I remember enjoying. And the one that I really hit me was 633 Squadron, which isn't, I
Okay.
don't think, very fondly remember now, but it's got a great soundtrack by Ron Watkins. He also did Where Eagles Dare, which is one of the best of all time. And 633 Squadron was from the 60s, but it's basically Dam Buster exploitation. Basically the same
Nice.
plot as Dam Busters.
Lovely.
I really enjoyed that. And yeah, all those kind of war films. That's what I remember watching as well as a kid, more than westerns or anything like that.
I don't think films are made, and when I say for adults, like I don't think films are made for adults anymore in the same way that when I watch like The Mule or any new Clint Eastwood film,
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, this is made for a grown-up, not
Right,
someone over 20 or over 30. This is made for someone that is an actual grown-up. And
right.
I feel like a lot of films are made for can we appeal to the 25-year-olds as well as the 15-year-olds and
Hmm.
hopefully the 40-year-olds that still want to remember all their pop culture as kids. So an adult film has to appeal to everyone, and adult films don't really get made anymore.
Yeah, true,
I
true.
think
What
it's
would you say? I'm trying to think what an adult film would be. It isn't porn, but I mean, you've said The Mule. I haven't seen The Mule. I don't really get on with Clint Eastwood's films a lot of the times, especially the recent ones,
really
to be honest. What was that
anything
one? The one on the train. It was the true story about the terrorists on the train.
1517 Paris.
I started watching that. I went, I can't do it. This
I've
is
got
just
it.
cringe. This is cringing
I
me.
got it
Is
on
it
the
any good?
shelf. I haven't watched it yet.
Is it? No. I started watching. I went, oh, yeah, I see why people get professional actors to do these kind of films. Okay, because this is embarrassing to watch.
Nice. I can't wait for it. To be fair, I picked up 3 Clint Eastwood box sets. Like they
Yeah.
were all really cheap, and I was like, I don't think I've really seen that many Clint Eastwood films. And for £100, I could own all of them. Why
Okay.
not? And I think I've probably not seen 10 of his 60 or 70 films, whatever he's done.
Wow.
And I've enjoyed some of them. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
enjoyed most. I've
Mm.
liked some, but a lot of them are dog shit. He
Yeah.
falls into that Woody Allen camp of just like, well, if I release something every year, law of averages is one has to be good, but also a lot have to be shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He doesn't like second takes, does he? Boom, print
no,
it. That's fine. Go for it. Yeah.
that's a luxury no one else has. But to think of like adult films, like The Paper, not The Paper, that's the Michael Keaton film. That is an adult-ish film. But like, what was the Spotlight?
I loved Spotlight.
Yeah,
I thought that was really good.
that was
Yeah.
really good.
Okay. I get you. I
You know
get
what I
you.
mean? And it's the same thing that I would say All the President's Men would have been an adult film or a
Yeah.
grown-up film in the past. But I will say Zodiac is also in that. And you give me any sort of a load of people going like, oh, I didn't realize. Wait, have you seen this? I don't know. Let me go check. I love that.
Yeah.
Like, give me like a courtroom drama or
Well,
a bullpen. I'm like, oh yeah, go
I
on
don't
then.
think Zodiac counts for me as an adult film because I loved that book when I was a kid, the Robert Graysmith one.
I mean, it's a great book.
Yeah, it's a great book. I've just reread it again.
Oh, have you? I
Yeah.
read it and then created my own Zodiac cipher to send a friend a message.
Nice.
And I
Nice.
every time a letter doubled, I changed to a different cipher. So there was never a double letter.
I bet they didn't crack it. I
He
bet they
never
didn't
cracked it.
care.
I don't think he even fucking tried, the prick.
No,
Uh,
doubtful.
And then I did this when I was working at an office job. So I spent a long time trying to figure out this thing. And I wrote it out by pen on a bit of paper, on a gridded bit of paper. And then I photocopied it multiple times until it became so like
Yeah.
degraded that like you could see the icons, but nothing else really kind of made sense. And I folded it and then just
Wow.
sent it to him and didn't tell him.
Was there a meeting with HR at any point?
I was
I
out the
can
door too quick, baby.
I can explain everything.
Well,
I'm the Zodiac.
I'm the Zodiac. You'll never catch me. I also, for research on a project, I downloaded reams of information on multiple murders across the country.
Hmm.
That they weren't like glossy, glorified murder. They were just like, this is just a genuine murder that happened and no one really cares because it was a sex worker. Or like, this was a
Yeah.
murder and no one really cared because it was a mother. And what's it matter, in their opinion, not mine.
Hmm.
And I printed out so much of this stuff and like had it in a wad, had a folder of it, and I took it home. And then a couple of weeks later, someone said something about that was it. They said like, oh, I've got a letter I need to print, so I need to go to the post office to print it out. And I was like, just use the old printer here. Will you do it? And he was like, no, I can't do that. It's a personal thing. And I'm like, no one knows what we're printing. And he was like, every print has your ID logged to it. And I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, no one's checking it. Oh, bloody
No one
hell.
cares.
No one cares.
I printed a lot of murder.
Did you?
I don't think I printed a single thing for work in my 8 years at that company, but I
So
definitely
what was it? Was
printed a
it
lot.
from Wikipedia or was it just
It was
from a
news
particular website?
articles. It
Yeah.
was it was everything. It was the ramblings of a madman. It was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was news articles that I'd like copy and pasted the entire screen into a Word document. So it had
Right.
headers and footers and all
Oh,
the
that's a pain in
images.
the arse.
Oh
I'm doing
yeah.
that.
I wasn't going to do that at home.
No.
Give me one of your professional brothers. I don't want none of this canon at home shit. And it was that. It was blogs. It was forensic essays written by like pathologists and stuff about
You
the
see,
way
you were
that
just too early for Reddit, weren't you?
I was.
Yeah.
Should have. If I had known, I could have deep
Yeah.
dived easy money.
You could be doing a true crime podcast, get some money actually. People would
Oh,
listen to that.
honestly, like
People
when
love it. I love it. I mean,
I had all of this information. I was like, oh, I'm going to turn this into a juicy story. That'll be good. And then it just got put on the pile of that's research for another time.
yeah. Yeah.
And then never solved. Though, that's one of those toxic traits of mine that's like, I could have solved it. I
Yeah.
could have solved
I
the
can do
Zodiac
that.
Killer. Easy money,
Yeah. Yeah. If idiots had just asked you.
right?
Yeah.
I wrote a cipher. God.
Yeah.
There was I would love to send it to someone to see if they could crack it because it was three separate ciphers that had nothing to do with one another,
Hmm.
and they were all variations on another type of cipher. And I would love to see if someone else could solve it.
Do you know anyone that's into ciphers?
Me.
Right. Okay.
That's it.
You have to knock yourself in the head and see if you
Yeah,
can decipher it. Okay.
and that's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. What film holds a special place in your heart?
Right. Oh, I have picked for this one. You know that we do a kind of a mini festival amongst our friends, Joe Fest.
Yes,
You know a few of the guys that
I know a
well
few.
that come along to that, or at least one of the guys that come along to that. And the first one, it's called Joe Fest because my friend Al was coming up one Easter. We had nothing to do. I was planning to go take us camping up in the Highlands, but it was snowing during Easter. So we thought, right, we'll just
Classic Scotland.
stay in, get fucked, and watch a lot of crazy films. And one of the films we watched was by Nico Masterakis, who I've grown to really love. It was Island of Death from 1976. Have you seen this film?
I think I have.
Yeah, it's this was banned by the BBFC, one of the on the banned list,
Is the front
and
cover the
yeah,
guy like quite close up from below, like
yeah,
looking a bit manic?
and he's got in his mouth him holding a gun to someone else inside someone else's mouth.
Yes.
Yes,
Is there a
yes.
lighthouse?
Uh, Maybe, not sure.
I may have seen this film.
I think you'd remember it if you saw it. I don't know. It's so unpleasant and just so exploitative on every level. In the first 5 minutes, a guy rapes and kills a goat, for instance.
Yes, I've seen this. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you've seen
Yeah.
this one. Okay. And by that point, I went, what am I watching? I
Yeah.
went, and then I realized I really, really loved it. And this is the kind of film I wanted to dedicate the rest of my life to. And yeah, in my stag do as well, I made everyone watch it, although everyone was asleep except for one guy who's not really into these kind of films, but he actually
Yeah.
did enjoy it. So there you go.
With films like that, I there has to be that element where it's like it was clearly made for entertainment.
Yeah.
So if you've watched it and your first response is outrage, then it's done its job. If your first
Mm-hmm.
response is laughing at it, it's done its job. So like people have to enjoy it. Like a Serbian film
Yeah.
that got money. That was a well like that film cost a lot to make for what it was, and it went through a lot of people to get made. And if you watch it with a bit of a different mindset,
Mm-hmm.
some of it is quite funny. Like there
Okay.
are some jokes in there where you're like, well done.
I haven't
But
seen
if
it, but now I've heard it's really funny. I might give it a go.
yeah, go on then. I saw it twice. So
Wow.
and first time I watched it, um, I had to watch it with sound pretty much low to off because my girlfriend at the time was just like, "What are you watching?" And I was like, "Serbian film." And they were like, "Don't, no, I don't want to hear that in the background." And I was like, "All right, for fuck's sake." So then I was watching it and I was scrubbing to see like, does it have subtitles?
Mm-hmm.
And like, no matter where I scrubbed, there didn't seem to be any subtitles. And I was like, "Fuck's sake, I haven't got subs." So I was like, "Okay, I'll just watch it, whatever."
Yeah.
So I watched it once, and then I told someone this, and I was like, "I've seen it, but I've not actually heard it because I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't watch it with sound or subtitles. But I guess I've seen all the outrageous stuff." And they were like, "What are you on about? The sub just there are subs." And I was like, "No chance." So I put it on again. There were subtitles, obviously, and I watched the whole thing, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun." Like, so I watched it twice. I don't know why. Like, it's not a
Did the
good film.
subtitles add anything to it?
No, no.
No. Okay.
Uh, you can tell what's happening.
Okay. Right.
Like, it's
You don't need to
bizarre.
explain to you. Yeah.
There's nothing. I think the only thing I didn't quite get was that like there's a relationship between a character that is introduced that like without hearing that or reading subtitles, you wouldn't know what that relationship is. Otherwise, you're a bit
Right.
like, why do I care who this person is? So when You actually do watch it
Okay.
as the filmmakers intended. You're like, oh, that's hideous.
Okay, that's bad now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
If you've never seen it,
I've never seen it. No.
I don't, I
I you
don't.
know what? I'm actually fairly squeamish about stuff like that. I didn't like Martyrs.
Uh, oh, then don't watch this. Did you
Okay.
watch Human Centipede 2?
I don't know if I have actually. I've seen the guy enough time. I used to go to Fright Fest in London,
Oh yeah.
and Human Centipede 2 used to go every year.
Oh
And then
yeah.
I saw him at Manchester Airport, but I was running for a bus otherwise. And I was shouting to my wife, it's Human Centipede 2. It's Human Centipede 2. She went, what the fuck are you talking about? You need to get this bus.
No, no, no. I've got some things I want to ask him. Um, go on.
Yeah. Hello, Human Centipede 2. Did you remember me?
We were at the party. You know the party. Everyone was. But
He
yeah.
always wears a Human Centipede 2 t shirt, by the way.
Well, you'd need to because
Yes.
have they done anything since? Did they get a cameo in 3?
Uh, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure if I've seen 3. I've
Three
seen
set,
1. Definitely seen 1.
3 set in a prison.
Yes.
2 is black and white and set in like just a warehouse, and it's a bloke who watched 1, and
Yeah.
then 1 is obviously the German doctor.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
3 is, I think, somebody's watched the first 2 and decided to do it in real life. That seems to be the
Yeah.
the way it works. It consumes the one that came behind it and then shits out.
Another shitty sequel.
Yeah, it basically what it does is mirror the very Human Centipede it's showing.
That leads us quite nicely into our next question of
Okay.
what's your controversial opinion on a famous film?
Oh, okay. Controversial film and opinion. Well, we talked a lot about Star Wars, and it's a bit dull, but I do prefer Jedi to Empire. But that's not going to be my one. I think Jedi's a lot more fun. Empire, I think, is largely dull apart from everything in the end with Bespin.
Wow.
I don't like Yoda. The snow stuff's bollocks.
The snow stuff's bollocks. That's
Snow stuff's bollocks. I like the toys. The toys are great. I mean, I'm
Toys are
sure they
great fun.
sold a lot of toys off the back of
a
that,
lot of toys.
but it's pointless.
No, the snow's. I would disagree on that. Like
Okay.
I
That's why
have.
it's a controversial opinion.
That's true. I've got no skin in the game when it comes to Star Wars. You could tell me you think they're all dog shit, and I'll be like, yeah, cool, I don't care. I'm not going to defend it. But I would disagree, and I would say that Empire is, of the original trilogy, the best one.
It's got the best bits in it, but overall, Jedi is the best, I would say. It's great. It's got a real sense of. There's a bit in it at the start where Jabba the Hutt has, got Isaac Lando and Leia hostage, and he sees, all right, he's this big badass, and then Luke Skywalker turns up dressed in black. He's a Jedi, and he goes, "Oh, fuck's sake!" Jabba doesn't stand a chance now. Doesn't stand a chance. This guy is all action now. Yeah,
it's true.
Really nice bit. Yeah,
it's also the only Star Wars film where there's a tit.
Is there a tit?
When the green woman wearing the black thing, when she's like pulling away to get away from Jabba, one of her titties pops out.
Well, yeah, you'll have to see it on IMAX for that, I'd imagine.
Exactly. That's why you think it's the best one, right?
Yeah, it is that, yes.
It's the only reason.
And also, because of all special editions, it's been the least fucked with, I think. So
that
actually helps a little bit. Well, maybe Empire not so much.
The first one got a lot. Bespin got completely fucking reworked.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Star Wars now is unwatchable with all that shit in it. Although they've taken Shadow, even though where they are. Anyway, that's not what I want to talk about.
Yeah, go on.
Right,
this isn't the
that's not even the controversial one. We're talking about adult films, aren't we?
Pornos.
Not pornos. I think the Academy were right to give it the Oscar to Ordinary People rather than Raging Bull. I prefer Ordinary People. How controversial is that?
I can. That's paused me.
Raging Bull. I can see. Yeah, it's good. I like how there's the beauty of it, and it's kind of juxtaposed with the ugliness of the subject matter.
Sure,
I can see it. It's just not a fun watch.
It gets boring towards the end, doesn't it?
It does get boring. Yeah.
I
can't believe Jake LaMotta Was it on the set saying, "Yeah, no, no, this is it. No, this is what I did. This is exactly what I'm like. This is totally fine." Fucking hell, man! Take a long hard look at yourself.
If this is what you were doing, what what aren't you willing to tell us what you did? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
Like that girl that you said looked 15, didn't look 15, sorry, Jake.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is it about Ordinary People that you think is better than Joe Pesci telling someone to go fuck their mother?
It's just a really, really good melodrama. And Donald Sutherland is great in it, as he's always is. Mary Tyler Moore is really good in it though. And Timothy Hutton, fantastic. I always love him in everything. It's just a really good, as you said, adult melodrama. Directed really well. Robert Redford's first film. I really enjoyed it. I haven't seen it in years. I'd have to watch it again.
I haven't seen it in
But
years,
yeah,
but
I mean, I've probably watched Raging Bull more.
yes.
Although, again, we're talking about films you watched a lot as a kid. Mean Streets, I tanned in teenage years. So much so that when I watched it again fairly recently, every line of dialogue I knew in my head, every beat.
So that's the one that I missed the most as a kid growing up.
Ah,
I didn't see until I saw it like once or twice, maybe. It was on. And then when I first got my Laserdisc player, that was
mm,
one of the ones that the guy before me had and was like, "Oh, I'll give you this."
oh, wow.
And then I watched it and I was like, "Oh, this is actually a lot better than I gave it credit for originally." And like
Yeah.
those early like Harvey Keitel and sort of Bobby De
Mm,
Niro characters are like, "Oh, this is really nice to see these two sort of
yeah.
not yet doing caricatures of themselves and everything they do."
Yeah. Yeah. It's so young, you know?
Yeah.
You know, amazing. I love it. It looks so good,
Just
that film as well. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I think
I did film at university because I was just loved things like that. And then that kind of cured me of a love of film for quite a few years afterwards, doing a degree in it.
it is either a kill or cure for
Yeah.
doing it because I did film at uni and but I didn't go to uni until I was mid 20s.
Ah, it's
So
probably a good idea.
I
Yeah.
was able to go away. I was able to just watch films and consume films in my own sort of natural way.
Yeah.
And then when I was a bit older, I went to uni and I was told like, "Oh, have you seen this?" And it was like, "I have seen that." And they were like, "Have you seen the thing that influenced it?" And I was like, "No." So then I got to watch that thing, and then it was like,
Mm,
"Oh, okay. Now I can see the things I love have come from certain places." And it was a much better place to learn about film because it wasn't here is something that you've never known or heard of before. I'm going to show you this, and you're going to watch it, and you're going to think that's excellent, and then I'm going to rip it apart.
yeah.
And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! But I love it now. Whereas if you've seen something, you've bedded in with it, and you're like, oh no, no, no! I am capable now of ripping apart Goodfellas. Like, go for it. I don't care. Yeah,
No, it's a great idea to hold off just for even a couple of years of maturity, just to go and sow your oats and then
your
go
film
and do
oats.
your film oats. Yeah.
Okay. Our final question: what have you been watching recently?
I go weeks without watching films unless they're for the podcast. I'm terrible. But this last month I have watched stacks of films. It's not because it's Halloween, but there has been a lot of horror films I've been watching.
Nice,
I've been doing a bit of folk horror. The
lovely.
first time watch was The Blood on Satan's Claw,
Oh yeah,
which is amazing. Really had no idea what it was about. I assumed it was kind of like a Hammer horror. It's not. It's very different. It's great.
everything when you look at it suggests that it is.
Yeah, the poster, the
Yeah,
name. Yeah.
it's not.
You hear about it. Oh, it's about people and there's a curse and they grow big claws.
Sounds like a Hammer
Yeah,
horror film to me.
it does. But it's actually really serious and just really good and really genuine. It feels like it's from the past. Loved it. And I watched another folk horror right after that, a modern one called All You Need Is Death, which is
All you
an
need is death.
awful title.
Yeah.
It's about it's set in Ireland, and it's about a couple of I think they're musicians. The young woman is certainly a singer, a folk singer, and they go around collecting old folk songs and selling them to collectors. And they're quite devious and underhand and a bit unscrupulous. They're also involved in some kind of cult, which kind of seems like a business mentoring thing. You know, they're just meeting in a room saying, all very odd. And yeah, folk horror ensues when they found the cursed song. But it's
Maybe I should.
actually really
Sounds
good.
pretty good.
It is good.
Sounds quite similar to the film I made.
It is fuckers.
And they got a feature out. Fuck dicks.
It's different though. It's definitely different. And I don't think the ending quite lands it. But it's worth watching. Paul Duane is the guy who did it, who's a long time kind of TV director and things like that.
Okay.
Worth watching though. That was good. And another double bill for horror that we're watching. It was Late Night with the Devil.
Oh yeah.
I hadn't seen before, and that was great. And I love David Dismalchin. What are you wanting?
Just for the audience, in case anything hasn't been said before, that's Joe's dog. It's not just, the blood that was on Satan's claw has turned him into it.
Yes. And what did I watch in a double bill with that? Ghost Watch. The BBC. The BBC thing with Michael Parkinson.
Oh, yeah.
And Sarah Green and Mike Reid. See, you'll be too young to remember Sarah Green, the stalwart of British telly.
I do remember Ghostwatch, coming on. I remember it being on telly and everyone sort of not knowing it was fake.
Yes, that was the whole thing. It was from 92, was it?
Yeah. Oh, I can't. Maybe I didn't remember it then because I would have been 4.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure I saw the start of it. But then again, false memories could be.
Sure.
And Craig Charles is in it too. Bizarre. That's really good. That's worth watching.
Okay.
And Michael Parkinson especially. It's quite convincing. And it does feel.
So does he not know? Or does he know? Does he know he's acting?
It's all scripted.
Okay. Oh.
It's all scripted, but it's done in a way that it doesn't come across as scripted.
Excellent.
It's that's why it's great to watch with Late Night with the Devil.
Yeah.
It's got there are 2 different tropes of TV, but this isn't a recreation. This is just them making a TV show as they would have made a TV show at the time with the TV stars of the time. And it's, genuinely quite scary. Really worth watching.
We recently watched Dead Set, which was the Charlie Brooker zombie thing during Big Brother.
That's right.
And it was such a wonderful concept that did not need to be 6 episodes. I think it could have just been one good 2-hour thing. But,
was it 6 episodes? I thought it was just a film.
No, it was 6 episodes. The first one was 45 minutes, but then the rest were 25 minutes.
Oh, weird.
And they had to make 25 minutes worth of content for each situation. Whereas if it was in a film, you could have, added that bit and that bit, made it into a one-er, had a bit more of a pace to it. But the problem...
Yeah, so it's an odd choice, because you think zombies in the Big Brother house, is that going to stretch to 6 episodes?
I'd say it wouldn't. But Andy Nyman was in it, and he was lovely. But, well, he wasn't, he was a prick. But I do miss the earlier days of the internet when you didn't know everything about something the second it came out.
Yes.
So Ghostwatch, Wreck, kind of, Blair Witch, which is great because that actually used the early internet to fuel its fan base.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But all of those things where you were allowed, because when I first heard of Blair Witch, I thought it was real. I genuinely thought it was real. And I thought I could have sworn I had heard of news articles of the hikers going missing. Obviously, I hadn't. Never happened.
Yeah.
And I wasn't in America. And things like Ghostwatch, I thought, when you mentioned it, I thought it was something that turned out to be bogus, that the filmmakers didn't tell the, Parkinson and all that lot, that it was bogus. So they orchestrated things and it was their real reactions.
Yeah. I mean, it is set up like it's real, but I'm pretty sure it's got a screenwriter credit at the start.
And that's that's the thing. I miss those times when you could put something on and I know nothing about it.
Mm. I'm
And
like that as well because I don't watch trailers. There's so much stuff out there. You
oh
put
my God,
on your tubies or whatever, and it's just a random bunch of films. I don't know anything about this film. Stick something on random. Why not? I
that
quite
is the
like
best.
that.
It is the best way. It's the best way.
Yeah,
Stick it on random,
yeah.
see what we get. I watched a trailer for something the other day. I cannot remember what it was. A friend said this looks pretty good. I think it might have been a new Chris Pratt film, so I instantly disagreed. But I turned off the trailer after what felt like 2 or 3 minutes because I
Wow.
was like, I've seen it.
Maybe
Like
there was a film you'd started by accident.
honestly, like it did feel a bit like unless all of this happens in the first 20 minutes of the film, I don't know what else you're gonna tell us. But
Yeah.
yeah. So I think trailers now and that
Well,
pre-trailer, that
yeah, they've
pre
got a trailer for the trailer now. Apparently, I don't know. As I said, I don't watch trailers, and I'm glad I don't. You don't
they
have to
do
watch trailers anymore.
they do trailers where they'll have like for the Anaconda trailer, for the new Anaconda film,
There's a new Anaconda film.
with Paul Rudd and Jack Black, and they want to remake their favorite film, Anaconda.
Oh, okay. Ah,
Oh,
I quite like the sound of that now.
get off. And then the trailer
They're going to
starts
remake
with
Anaconda, and then is there a real Anaconda, or is it
it
like Be Kind Rewind, and they're just kind of redoing it all?
I think, starts as a Be Kind Rewind,
Right.
ends in a real Anaconda situation.
I'm intrigued. I don't want to see the trailer, but I might watch the film.
Trailer starts with Paul Rudd and Jack Black as Paul Rudd and Jack Black saying, "Hey, the trailer for Anaconda starts now." And it's like, all right, fucking hell. But then I watched The Fourth Kind the other day with Mila Jovovich.
Fourth Kind, just the
Fourth
prequel
Kind.
to The Fifth Element.
Where is it? No, nor a sequel to Close Encounters.
Oh, Fourth Kind. Okay, yeah, it looks like Paranormal Activity, a genre I do like actually.
You'll hate this then. Because although the entire box and everything says aliens, I think they mentioned the word alien once. It's a possession film.
Okay.
It
Oh.
starts, though, with Mila walking slowly towards the camera, going, I'm Mila Jokovic, an actress. The film you're about to see is, was it? We use archival footage as well as recreated scenes by myself and other actors.
Ooh.
And you're just like, what are you doing, man? Like, I don't understand why you're telling me this. This
Yeah,
isn't
that's
for us.
odd.
It was really weird. It wasn't
Is it
good either.
not good either? No,
And
no.
not in a fun way.
Yeah.
I gave it half a star. I'm pretty fast and loose with those half stars, though.
True,
I
true.
don't feel bad about throwing them around.
No, don't. Never do it. And don't let people make you feel bad on Letterboxd. You give stars to it, or don't give stars, whatever the fuck you want.
Right? I watched We Need to
Yeah.
Talk About Kevin last night.
Oh yeah.
Dog shit.
I like that actually. I like that.
Why?
I liked it because I really like the book. And this is an adaptation of the book which doesn't use words, and the book is basically it's largely kind of epistolary.
Mm.
Whereas this is just kind of all images. And I really like that difference. I think it kind of I think it maybe improves having read the book. It's one of those rare
That fair enough.
adaptations. Yeah.
I haven't read the book, so I will let
Yeah.
that one go. As a film,
Didn't like it. Dog shit.
I don't think it was Tilda Swinton's finest performance. I don't understand why everyone treats her like shit because
Yeah.
the kid did it, and not only did the kid do it, he also fucked up the rest of the family. So
Yeah.
it's not like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you escape scot-free though, don't you? It's like, no, no, no. Her life got fucked over. Why is her life still being fucked over? Ah! It annoyed me
Yeah.
so much.
Do you think people wouldn't be like that? In real life, maybe not. On
In
Facebook,
real
definitely.
life, yeah, in Facebook, sure. In real life, if my neighbor, if her son had done a
Hmm.
school shooting
Yeah.
and then came home and killed the brother and the dad,
Yeah.
I would not treat her with shit. I'd be like, fucking hell, that's horrible. You're all right.
You'd probably not even talk about it
Probably wouldn't talk
because
about it.
you're
Wouldn't,
British.
because I'm British and I'm very proper. I won't do that.
Yeah.
But if I saw her in the shop, I wouldn't be like lugging fucking ragu at her. I'd be like,
Yeah.
nah, like what happened
It,
is shit.
maybe it's an American thing.
I don't know. I was also really annoyed because I said to Kirsty about the book, and I was like, I don't know what it is. And then she said the author is Lionel something.
Lionel Richie, I believe.
Thank you, Lionel
It's not.
Richie.
It's not Lionel Richie.
Lionel. So Lionel Richie wrote the book,
Yeah.
and I was saying like, oh, so it's just a guy who fucking hates women then. And
Whoa,
Kirsty was
whoa,
like,
whoa!
it's a woman who wrote it, and I was like, what? Like, fucking hell. This doesn't make sense now. So yeah,
Lionel
I
Shriver.
Lionel Shriver.
That's
There we
it.
go. Close enough. But yeah, I was watching it just like I right, one, chuck that kid in the lake because he's wrong.
It's a
I'm
wrong.
having none of
Yeah.
that.
The warning signs were all there.
They were all
Yeah.
there from day one. And John
Yeah.
C. Riley gaslighting you like, nah, 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 you're a
Nah, nah,
liar.
nah, 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 nah. Yeah.
This kid's fine. He doesn't do anything around me, so it must be you. Oh my God, I hate that film. And I was
Well,
offended that
yeah.
it was nearly 2 hours long. Just sat there like, I get it. I get it. You are throwing shit at me and I don't care. So yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right then. Well, any other films you want to mention? I might be able to shit talk them as well.
I don't know. I try to think of a film I've really hated recently. It hasn't really been that many.
You're
Silent Hill was
lucky.
the worst one I've seen recently. And I think I even gave that 3 stars in the end.
Which Silent Hill?
The film version.
Well done,
Is there
sir.
more than one?
There's two.
Okay. Well, it's not the second one, I think. It's definitely not the second one.
I remember enjoying, I think, one of them,
Right.
but
this
I don't know. I
one
don't
had
know.
Sean Bean in it.
I think that was the. Was there a lady cop?
There was a lady cop, yes.
I think that might have been the second one then.
No, I think it's the first one.
Does it have the pyramid head guy?
He does turn up at some point, yeah.
Maybe it is the first one.
Yeah. His thing is he's got an axe that he's not strong enough to carry. That's what makes him scary. Yeah.
Like, well, you're going to swing that. You can't even carry it, dickhead.
Yeah. Get a smaller axe.
And
you can
another
still
thing,
do damage.
take that fucking helmet off. You'll be able to see a lot more.
Yeah, exactly.
Unwieldy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does Sean Bean die in it?
No.
So it's not a good film.
That's how you can tell. No.
Goldeneye.
He doesn't die.
He dies.
Goldeneye.
Due to ascending, he lives.
Wait a minute. Is this an unpopular one? GoldenEye's dog shit? Is that possibly an age thing? Like with Bonds, it's definitely an age thing. It's what you grew up with.
Grew up with Pierce. Pierce was the first Bond at the cinema for me.
I'm sorry to hear that for you.
Hey, GoldenEye was great fun in my opinion.
It was no. I remember watching and said this isn't my Bond.
I think being introduced to Famke Janssen that early was quite nice.
That was nice. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Like, who's this? She's all right.
Yeah. It was the whole thing is trying too hard and having like the Tina Turner, the throwback. It just all felt like a pastiche. Whereas I think the first one I saw at the cinema was either Octopussy or probably View to a Kill. And I loved the Dalton ones as well. And then GoldenEye came along.
I do like the Daltons. They're good.
Yeah,
I've never seen the Lazenby one.
Lazenby one's great.
I'm sure it is.
Great film. Great film. Looks absolutely beautiful. It's got a similar light towards the end that you get again to Empire Strikes Back. You know, the best one when the sun's going down.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite bit of Empire Strikes Back. That the way that the sun gradually goes down, those end scenes go, and it just starts looking more and more beautiful. That's what it looks like at the end of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Really, really beautiful.
I should go through them again. I say all of them again. I'm going to go through the ones I've definitely not seen, which are the Lazenby ones, and then rewatch the.
Well, there's only one Lazenby one, so it's not going to take that long. Yeah.
So it's 3 films I'm going to watch: that and the Dalton ones.
Hang on, you've not seen the Dalton ones?
No, I have, but just rewatch those.
Oh yeah, you should,
because the Connery ones are fine. I like them.
Yeah.
The Roger Moore ones, I couldn't give a shit about.
Oh, really? Oh, I like the Roger Moore ones, especially the later ones. For Your Eyes Only, Octopussy are my 2 favourites.
They're a bit too, they're a bit too carry on.
Yeah, I think those 2 films, especially, I've got View to Kill. I've got a serious edge with it, with the silliness, which I really appreciate.
Have you ever seen the OSS films?
I think I've seen. I don't think I've seen the OSS ones. Are they Umberto Lenzi?
No, so they are the Jean Dujardin OSS
Oh,
Sunset
that's the
parodies.
French ones. Yes, I have heard of this.
They
Are they
are
any good?
excellent. Oh, I love them.
Oh,
I love them.
good stuff. I might
One
check them
and
out then.
one and two
Yeah.
are so much fun.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
check them out.
I will do. I will. Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Joe, for coming on. It's been great talking to you.
Yeah, it has been great fun.
And yeah, I do you got anything you want to plug?
Uh, Listen to Caliber 9 from Outer Space. We do a double bill every week, and we're strict about that weekly thing. It's at least every week.
You bloody
Rob's
are.
pumping them out.
He fucking
He is.
is.
And yeah, if you want to follow me on either Twitter or Blue Sky, this is how I originally got involved with this. Somebody else, it was James Eldred that does the Cinema Oblivia podcast because he liked my tweets. I tweet Mandela effects from Reddit for people's amusement.
Lovely.
So
Do you want to give
that's
us
why.
one now?
Oh God, what's been the recent one? I've just recently started posting again. But you can follow me on Fruit of the Loom, and that's fruit with two O's. It's a reference to two different Mandela effects, one about the fruit of the loom having a
Yes.
basket on it,
Yeah.
and also how you spell Fruit Loops. The most recent one I've posted just says simply, Justin Trudeau gay again.
Yeah.
There you go. Or they are projecting a holographic moon onto the real moon.
Yeah.
It's not all Mandela effects, it's sometimes conspiracy one.
I remember that moon one for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
My other favorite one is that birds aren't real.
Birds aren't real. Yeah, that is a hoax, that one.
Hey,
Who knows?
who knows? I just love it though. That's interesting. Is there any film Mandela effect that you
Yes, Moonraker is the most famous one, of course.
go on?
Remember Jaws' girlfriend in Moonraker? Remember Jaws in Moonraker?
Yeah. I
Right.
remember him sort of trying to get with a girl or necking with a girl.
Yes. Well, he when they're in Rio and there's a bit in the cable car, it crashes, and it comes out and there's a girl, like a German-looking girl, and she doesn't. I don't think she even has pigtails, but she looks at that. And there's a scene where he smiles at the girl, and he's got all his teeth, and then she smiles back. And do you remember what she looks like when she smiles?
I'm going to say no. But I
No.
imagine we're meant to think that she also had the teeth.
You're meant to think she had braces on, and she never had braces.
Oh, wait, now you say that.
Yeah.
I do actually remember that.
Yeah, that's it. And reviews of the time all mention, well, not all of them mention, but a lot of them mention her having braces, and she doesn't. So it's actually quite a good Mandela effect. Most of the ones I post are just deluded idiots. So that's the ones I tend to prefer, but that is a more interesting one that people have, because it just seems like that would be the punchline of that visual joke.
100%.
And people have just put it into their heads. Yeah. And imagine the filmmakers afterwards said, oh yeah, we should have done that. That'd have been good.
And George Lucas was like, have I got a way to tell you? Digitize the fucker. Put it in post.
They're all on Amazon now. They've all posted the posters with no guns on them now. Oh,
you know what I mean? Holding shotguns, but they've just tried to replace them with baguettes.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I might do that. I might Photoshop croissants instead of pistols. Sorry, I've tickled myself there. Yeah, that is bonkers, the Amazon removing the guns, because people are going to be really fucking shocked when they watch the film and in the first 30 seconds, someone gets killed.
Yeah, well, I never really liked the posing on the guns on the poster because I'm thinking, who are you posing for? When did you ever pose with a gun if you're Bond? Never. He's a fucking professional.
Your ID card.
It's on his license to kill.
Yeah, exactly.
I got the gun and everything.
You got to prove the gun that you're going to kill with.
Point at it.
The dingo. I would do the chopper, Mark Brendan Reed one, where it's like gun to the head and he's smiling.
Oh, that's good.
I'd do that
better.
if I had a license to kill.
Definitely. But then they'd take it off you for doing that picture.
Especially if they had the tattoos and the silver teeth. They'd be like, the fuck are we giving this guy a gun for?
Hang on, did he have silver teeth or is that a Mandela effect?
Mark Brendan Reed?
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely had silver teeth.
I'll have to check. Okay.
I'm fairly certain. Fairly certain he had them fucking knocked out.
I think he may have done, yeah.
But yeah, I like that film. Anyway, it's been great speaking to you and hopefully speak to you soon.
Bye.
See ya. This has been a Lovable Rogue Productions podcast. Thank you to everyone that listened. If you want to help out Your Life in Film, then download it, like it, share it, and give the pod a follow. I didn't realise till starting this that a download is the way they measure success and not just a listen. So, listening means nothing. Make sure you check out my guests on their socials, which will be in the description of the episode. Take a look at my letterboxd. I've made a list of all the films that have been mentioned on the pod. There's fucking hundreds. So you can find some good films there. There are some good ones. There's some fucking weird ones and I love them. Quick shout out to some of the podcasts I'm listening to. Caliber 9 from Outer Space. That's Rob and Joe's. That's really good. And then The Villain Was Right. That's a great fun. Check that out. If you really want to be a mensch, give me that money. There's a link in the description. It'll explain it all. But a download and a share is excellent, and I actually appreciate that a lot more than you'd think. We currently have no sponsors, but I am open to them. I'll shill anything. I don't care. This has been a Lovable Rogue production. Thank you for listening.